everyone, Sandy here for Country Craft Creations to share with you a tool that I received in my design team package for February projects. I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to open it up, play with it some, and then I'm going to create a project with it. Now this is currently available on countrycraftcreations.com under We Are Memory Keepers, and it is on sale. I think it is, let me check on my phone. It is regular $23.99, and you can get it on sale right now for $19.99. That probably means that shipping may be quantities are limited, but you should check that out if you're looking for a circle cutter. I'm also going to be using the Authentique Swaddle Boy 6x6 paper pad I'm going to attempt to make a circle type brag book album. So I'm going to open this up and play with it a little bit, and then I'll be back. So I've got it out and I've looked it over. You don't need a cutting board with it because it just cuts in this circle here. And here's the different sizes of circles. So this is where you put your paper. Now what I was reading is that these prong things into these holes has to hold the paper. So I'm wanting to use smaller paper. So I don't know how well that's going to work. But we're going to try. And it has different sizes from 1 inch up to 8-inch size circles. So I'm going to use, I think, a 5.5 for the cardstock. So we're going to see how that works. So this is what you hold to spin it. It comes with 2 blades here at the top. So I've already taken one out. And you find the size. Like I said, I wanted 5.5. And you see the notch for the blade. And it said it's important to turn it counterclockwise so as not to damage the blade, to just twist it in. So now the blade's in there. And then I'm going to grab my artisan cardstock and I'm going to place it so that I want to make sure I have plenty of paper. Don't want to waste paper, but I want to make sure I get my cut. So here's a 5.5 here, and I can move it this way. So press down so it's holding my paper, and then I'm going to spin this. Now, artisan cardstock is pretty heavy, so I'm going to spin it probably a couple of times here. Make sure it cuts. Okay, so there's the circle. Now, the bad thing is, it's a bad thing, but it does poke these holes in your paper. But I do have a really nice clean circle. Don't hold this to spin. And it's a real tight start. And once it's cut, you can feel it loosen up. So there's 2. Okay, so I'm going to cut some more of these, and then I'm going to attempt to do it with a smaller piece of paper, see if it will hold it down. So I'm going to cut 2 for my front and back covers, and then I will cut some pages as well. Okay, so here is how we cut the circle with papers that are smaller than where these holders are. So I took washi tape, I centered the 6x6 paper, put washi tape across each corner to hold it down on this cutting base. Oops, I need a new piece there. I've already cut out one, and it worked pretty good. So this is really quick for cutting, and if you don't have a die cutting machine, this would work really good for cutting out different circles that you might have. So I put it in, and I just spin it. You spin counterclockwise or clockwise, whichever works for you. And I did it a couple of times to make sure that I got it all cut, in case it lifted up a little bit. And so there's the cut. And I don't know if it's my table or me. It kind of tends to hang a little bit on one side. So I'm thinking really that it's me. So there's the circles. So I'm going to cut out several different circles for my little circle album here that I'm going to make. So I used the We Are Memory Keepers cut and spin circle cutter to cut out 8 cardstock. Now these are the artisan cardstock You really have to press down to cut it with this, but it does cut, so I will say give it 2 thumbs up because it was really quick to cut these. I would say 15 minutes or less. I had all my circles cut, so I cut 17 patterned ones. These are 5.5, and these are 5. Now they don't have a 1/4 inch difference, so it will have a bigger border around it, but I think that's going to work out okay. So if you like to cut lots of circles, you can make rings with this. This is a really good tool, and again, it is on sale at Country Craft Creations while they're available. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to assemble my little album. Okay, so I've taken one of my circles and a 3-piece of the cinch rings. If you don't have those, you can use regular the notebook rings. I'm going to mark this and place these here, and I'm going to put a mark in the center of each, and instead of using the cinch, I'm just going to punch holes with my crocodile. See how that works. Center those marks. So there's the 3 holes right there. So I'm going to take the rest of my circles, I'll line these up. I'm going to clip them together, and then I'm going to re-punch through all of them. You can only do this if you have a crocodile, where it will go through 8 thicknesses of cardstocks. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so if you don't have a cinch or bind it all and you don't want to use these wires, you can use the regular little rings. And I used these circles because I felt it would work better instead of using the punch from the cinch. So there's the little album bound together with these, and I'm going to put the pattern paper on before we add decorations. I think I'm going to use the little quilt pattern for the front and back of my album. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on first. And I am using the art glitter glue. So this is just pretty simple. You're just going to take your smaller circle, the 5-inch circle of the pattern paper, and you're just going to glue it onto, now this will be the top of the album. So you're just going to glue it up to that and burnish that down. Then I'm going to turn it over and put the one on the back. And then we will put pattern paper on each base circle in the album, each page. Front and back. So that's just pretty simple. So you'll just keep flipping it over. Make sure that you know if it's directional pattern that this is the top. couple of rounded pockets. I took some extra circles that I had cut out with the cutter, and I'm placing them on the 2.5, one edge on the 2.5 inch mark, and lining it up, straightening it up, and then just cutting these in half. So these will make little half pockets. So I have 3 of those because I had one that was messed up. The cutter went off the edge, so I'm going to use this to punch out little images. And then I have this cut apart sheet in the 6x6 that I'm also going to use to decorate with. I got too far along on the album. I decided I'd rather use the silver binding wires instead of the white, so I've switched it out. So now we have the silver on the album, and we have all the pages patterned, so I'm ready to start decorating. This little frame is made very similar to the one that I showed you how to create in the Swaddle Boy album tutorial that I shared earlier. But these are smaller, so instead of ½ inch frame, you want a 1/4 inch. So this is really, you have to have a good cutter to cut these down to 1/4 inch size. And I gave them measurements, but you need 2 that are 1/4 inch by 2 1/4 inch, and then 2 that are 1/4 inch by 3 inch. And I just took a piece of the 6x6 paper, and on the back side, just glue it down, the strips down, so that you have about a 1/4 inch margin of paper around it. So you're going to wrap these. So I'm just gluing these down in place. Next, I took my scissors and cut around the other 2 edges of the paper, leaving about a 1/4 inch of paper, and now I'm just folding up the paper around the little frame, folding it to the back. So you want to make sure that you glue your chipboard frame pieces to the back side of the paper that you want to show. So now I'm angle cutting, doing a miter cut on all 4 corners, and then I will go ahead and glue these down. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this section of the video to finish this frame. You will also cut out the inside, leaving a 1/4 inch border of paper on the inside so you can wrap the inside as well. If you don't understand, there is a video on my YouTube channel where I show you how to make a larger ½ inch frame and wrap it, so that it might be easier for you to see that and understand how to do the frame. Also, for the rest of this video tutorial, it will be me decorating the album pages and the album cover, and I am going to speed up the camera for that so that we're not using a lot of time on the video. It's just really easy. You just cut out elements, pieces of paper, make pockets, and just decorate the pages as you desire. Add buttons, vintage buttons, ribbon twine, and bits of lace to decorate it up. So thank you so much for watching. I will go ahead and speed this up. There will be no more instructions except for the visual that you see on the screen. Thank you for watching and shopping at Country Craft Creations. Be sure to check out that circle cutter if you're needing one while it's on sale. And if you are not already subscribed, please do so to my channel and click the bell so that you'll be notified when my next tutorial video is ready. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Bye-bye.